Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Bears. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the WOJFL. That is right. It is steaming here in the WOJFL. Things are picking up a lot more intensely as we get deeper and deeper into the inaugural season of the WOJFL, the World of Juice Football League. I'm super excited to bring you guys another episode. Today is a special one. It is the first edition of the WOJFL doubleheader. That is right. For the first time ever, we will play two games in this episode. 2 games, 1 episode, a lot to cover. There's some intriguing draft picks that we need to go over. A lot of stuff to be taken care of today. If you guys going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get into week number 3 of the WOJFL. Here we are. It is time. Week number 3. Your Orlando Wizards, or maybe not your Orlando Wizards, whatever team you're affiliated with, are 2-0. And they have been 2 thrilling games that have come down to the wire, but somehow, I guess the Wizards really are magical, because somehow we have walked away with 2 victories, when arguably we shouldn't have walked away with either of them. It is what it is, but we are 2-0. We take on the 1-1 San Juan Orbits in today's episode, along with week number 4 against the Steamers, which we'll get to in a second, hardly know them. But the thing that I want to talk about today, to start off the episode, a lot of you guys have thrown in your hat to become a prospect in the first season, the inaugural season draft of the WOJFL, and some of you guys are here. I don't want to go through the mock draft just yet. We can go through the actual prospects if I can get to the right thing. Here we go. So a lot of you guys have thrown in some quarterbacks. Now, I do want to preface this by saying, if you want to add your name into the list for the first season, a lot of the quarterbacks are pretty much taken care of at this point. There's not a whole lot more room for quarterbacks. So if you want to be in the league, try to pick a different position other than quarterback. Preferably something on defense, because nobody's been on defense just yet, except for there's been one strong safety. Other than that, nobody has added a defensive player. It's been all quarterbacks, running backs, receivers. And I understand that's the obvious choices, because those are the players in positions that get the most attention, get the most look. So it's obvious that you want to be those positions, but now that those positions, or at least at quarterback, is starting to fill up a little bit, maybe expand your horizons. Suggest a player that wants to be at a different position. Maybe there's somebody that wants to be on the defensive line, wants to be a stud pass rusher, or a captain of the defense at linebacker, or a stud corner, or a lockdown safety, like all kinds of different positions that you may want to be on the defense. Maybe you want to be a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. Like there's tons of different positions you could be other than quarterback. I understand the reasoning behind wanting to be a quarterback, but now a lot of people have already taken those spots. So I'm just throwing that out there. But I do want to say, if you want to be a part of the league in the next draft, leave your player build down below in the comments of this video or any of the previous videos on the WOJFL series. All I need is the player name, the player position, preferably not quarterback, the height and the weight, the college you want to go to, and maybe a little description of what you want the player to maybe look like, or how you want the player to play. Do you want him to be a big, tall receiver that goes up and grabs touchdowns? Do you want him to be a little slot receiver that gets down and dirty in the middle of the field? Do you want him to be a hard-hitting safety, or a lockdown corner, or a incapacitating middle linebacker? Like, let me know a little description of what you want, so I can more build the player towards your guys' as desires, because you're the one that's being put into the league. I want to make it as close to how you envision it as possible. So let me know down below in the comment section your player prospects. Now, that all being said, let's take a look at some of these prospects. So, some of the top quarterbacks in this year's class. We have Andrew Dalton, 6'5" quarterback out of North Kakalaki, North Carolina. Quan Lewis, LSU quarterback. Maybe Heisman winner? I don't know. We'll have to see how LSU plays this year. Then we've got Buck Buchanan, big, stout, big, tall quarterback, 6'6", 240 out of Michigan State. He's playing in those cold November winters in Michigan. So he's got to have a big arm. He's got to have the talent, and he looks like on paper that he's going to have the talent. He looks very, very good from what we can see. Obviously, we'll know a little bit more about them as we get deeper into it. Then we've got Drew Teske, and I apologize if I pronounce any of these names wrong. Please correct me if this happens to be your player. Please correct me on the pronunciation so I can get it right the next time. But Drew Teske, Minnesota, 6'5" quarterback, also same deal as Buck Buchanan, playing in those Big Ten winters. He's got to be a big, tall, strong, big arm quarterback, has big, meaty hands, and Drew Teske is along those lines. Then you've got Shane Kirby. Seems like the Big Ten is taking over quarterbacks this year. Shane Kirby out of Wisconsin, 6'1". And then the final prospect that we have so far is Dustin Gosnell, the BYU quarterback. So maybe we've got another Zach Wilson on our hands. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully for his case, we don't. So those are the quarterbacks that we have implemented so far. The running back that we have implemented is Jackson Blaziken. And the only thing you need to know about Jackson Blaziken, you may get it from his last name. This man can run. He can run like the wind, Bullseye. I mean, he's quite fast. And he's playing in that offense with Quan Lewis. So there's quite an offensive duo right there. Maybe leads to Quan Lewis winning the Heisman. At wide receiver, we've got Cooper Treptow. I'm going to go Treptow. Cooper Treptow from Alabama. The next in line in a great wide receiver room. History for Alabama with Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, many, many others. Cooper could be the next one. And we've got Jacob Kingman out of Missouri, the Mizzou Tigers, 6'2", 180, big, nice frame for a wide receiver. He's going to go up and he's going to make those catches, and he's quite fast as well. So that is your offense at wide receivers. We've also got Dalton Hunt, who is on that same offense as the quarterback, Andrew Dalton. We've got Dalton Hunt, 6'8", big player. Also doubles as a Carolina basketball player, starting center for the Carolina basketball team. Dalton Hunt, big body, big target. And then Brock Buchanan, Michigan tight end, 6'7". We'll see how he does in the Big Ten, going up against some of those defenses that the Big Ten are known for. Brock Buchanan, big, tall, big body guy, very talented. So those are all the offensive weapons. The only defensive guy that I've added so far that I'm pretty sure is the only offensive guy that I've added right now is CJ McDevitt out of James Madison. Not usually a football school, but they can produce a guy every once in a while, and it seems like CJ is the next in line in that list. 5'9", but he's a big hitter. He is a good player at safety. He's got all the skills you want and very, very talented all around. So if you want to be included in the first season of the WOJFL, leave your player builds down below, as I mentioned previously, with all the correct things that I need, and you can certainly be added in the first season. Now, I want to say, I'm thinking about putting a cutoff onto the first season so that we're not having players be added in at like week 17, week 18. That just doesn't seem really fair. So I'm feeling we kind of cut it off halfway through. Maybe we cut it off at like week 9, week 10, week 8, around that time, so that we can get everybody going, and then we kind of have a clear picture for who's going to be in the draft class. And then if you do submit a player later after that cutoff point, then you'll just be added into Season 2's draft class. So that's all the draft talk that we need to talk about today. Negotiations for the Wizards. We have Jabari Sims, who wants elite pass rusher money. He did have a very good game last episode. Maybe he deserves it. Tyreek Lawson, wants number one receiver money. Howie Jones, he wants starting offensive line money. So we're going to have to dish out some cash if we want to bring back some of the elite players on this Wizards team. Speaking of this Orlando Wizards team, you guys are familiar with it by now. We have the starting quarterback Kenny George, Smooth Jazz. We have Isaiah Cannon, who was the result of that first win in week 1. We also have Speed McCree and Lamar Ferguson, who had a quote-unquote breakout game. Like, did he just have, like, the greatest game that nobody's talking about last episode? I mean, he had a really good game, and he only carried the ball, like, 3 or 4 times. It was amazing. MVP had a good game. Tyreek Lawson looking for that new contract. Benny Button's having a decent season through 2 games. Peters is doing well. The offensive line's playing pretty well. Couple holds here and there, but for the most part, everybody on the offense line is playing up to their skis. And then we've got this man right here. Edinson Yarborough. Maybe my favorite player of this entire team. He has come up back-to-back weeks and made some of the biggest catches in the game each week. He is the true MVP of the team so far. No pun intended for MVP the player. He is the true most valuable player of this team through 2 weeks. Maybe that'll continue. Maybe he'll start to fall off. Who knows? And then on the defense, everybody's been playing really, really well, especially the linebackers. Brick Law's been amazing. Jabari Sims and Trey Watts really had breakout games last episode. Storm McKinley's been good as a safety. Howard Woodson had a great game last episode. Smoke Morrison's been solid. Prince is, I think, even forced a fumble. So, I mean, there's been some great moments on these 2 weeks so far on this team. But now we take on the Orbits. Their roster consists of a few players that I have to find. Where's their team at? There they are. Their starting quarterback, CJ Quinton Joseph. Not that highly rated. Maybe they'll be in the market for a quarterback in this year's draft. Who knows? There's a couple good ones in there. Out of the Ohio State University. Looks like a fine athletic player, but we'll see how he plays on the field. We will see how he plays on the field. Damian Perry is their starting running back. Their wide receiver core is not that good. A veteran in Robert Leftright. Then you got Nick Hurton, John Middleton, Tank Miles, Nico St. Pierre, and Steven Wurst. It's not looking too good in terms of just pure overalls, but maybe they'll surprise me on the field. That's usually how it happens. Tight end is Dalton Alfred, who's an 82 overall. The offensive line is made up of Mike Laramie at left tackle. Left guard has Kenyon Guzman. John Flynn is the starting center. Shaq Flax is the right guard. And Titus McCrayons is the starting right tackle. So it's not highly rated offensive line either. I think that we could have a field day rushing the passer. Defensively, Will Weatherspoon, Brent Devine, and Sheldon Harden are on the defensive line with Malik Thomas backing him up and maybe splitting some reps with him. Corey Acosta is the left outside linebacker. Christian Batista is the middle linebacker. And Denzel Yost is the starting right outside linebacker for the Orbits. In the secondary, you've got Casey Vacuum, Desmond Logan, Stephen Brownlee, Shaquille Orphan, Derek Hicks, and Cameron Kaiser as your secondary, as your corners. And there's a couple good ones in here. Nobody that's super tall. Their tallest guy is 6 foot. Actually, Kaiser's 6'2", but he might not see the field too much. So their best guys are only 6 foot and lower. So all of our guys are pretty big. We might have a good day in terms of just catching the ball, throwing it up. Their starting free safety is Jimmy Alejandro, 88 overall, one of their best players. And then their strong safety is Jalen Peachtree, who is 77 overall, playing down. So he's a little bit higher overall, playing down to a 77. Their kicker is Homie Presley, who has 86 kick power and 91 accuracy. So if we back him up and we force a deep field goal like 45 plus, maybe 50 plus, he might be missing them. I don't know. And then you've got, did I just say 5'5"? This man is 5'5". Cameron Damon is the punter at 31 years old, 74 overall. He's got a lot of power, but not a lot of accuracy. So if they're punting the football to us, they might struggle. Their draft pick is also pick number 2 right now. So they could be in the running for a quarterback, and they might need one. That is the Orbits roster. It is 1-1 versus 2-0 at home, week number 3 of the WOJFL. I am super excited to get this game underway and get this doubleheader underway. What jerseys are we going to wear? I think we're going to wear the purple ones. We haven't worn the purple ones yet. We've worn the whites and we've worn the golds. I think it's only fitting to wear the purples this time. So, Orbits, Wizards, week 3. Let's go see if we can make it 3-0. My mic was muted there for a second, so basically what I was saying, sorry for the poor audio, by the way, I probably took that from my camera. Basically what I was saying was, I noticed that the jersey mod has glitched out a little bit for the Orbits and is showing their Dolphins uniform, so we're breaking the fourth wall slightly here. That was a crazy throw and catch by Smooth Jazz to MVP. We're breaking the fourth wall slightly to show you that, just to acknowledge that the jersey mod is a little bit glitched with the Orbits jerseys, but that's okay. Back to realism. Speed McCree with the carry, and he's got some nasty moves. Good take there. Takes it to the 50-yard line. 2nd and inches now for the Orbits. Moving pretty efficiently, but unfortunately I rolled to the wrong side. I did see that whoever A was, I did see they were open. I wasn't going to be able to get that ball to him, so might as well not even risk throwing an interception here. 3rd and inches. This is probably going to be just a Smooth Jazz pickup here. I probably could have thrown that, but might as well guarantee the yards while we can. And then we'll get back to the run game with Speed McCree. Cut it back outside. Speed, other way. Look at that, changing direction as smoothly as he always does. He is quite the running back, that is for sure. Quite the running back. Get that to Edinson Yarborough through. It was a quick throw, trying to get that to Yarborough, and Smooth Jazz just completely sailed the throw a little bit too far. Interception for Kenny George. All right, not a good way to start, and that's a double jump by our guys. That has to be a false start, right? Please tell me it's a false start. Thank you. That got both of our guys to jump, so I'm glad that it's a false start. All right, so not good for the Orbits. I mean, they start the game with a 5-yard penalty, so they go back to 1st and 15. And we'll see how CJ does here. He's not the highest overall quarterback, and he's already started with a throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Quentin Joseph tries to get it to Connor, but Sims is right out there. Sims coming off of a really good day last week. We'll see if he can improve on that again this week. 2nd and 15 from the 26-yard line. Quentin Joseph, little play action fake. Throws it to the receiver. He holds on. He's still staying up. He's got a ton of broken tackles, and there's a face mask. 15 yards added on after the play. And we're just shooting ourselves in the foot here in the first quarter. An interception and a face mask by Jabari Sims, who I just complimented the previous play. I just complimented him the previous play, and he has been flagged there. Trey Watts couldn't get to the quarterback, but Smoke Morrison makes sure that they don't get any yards out of that. Good job from Smoke. 2nd and 10. I was hoping that Trey Watts got to that, but I think I did an extra rush move when I shouldn't have, and that slowed him down, allowed for the quarterback to get the ball away. And he's going to force out of the pocket. He's got a man wide open. What is the defense doing? Smoke McKinley. Oh, my God. Why was that man wide open? I need to see a replay of this. What happened here? We forced Quentin Joseph out of the pocket, but nobody follows him. Nobody follows the receiver. Oh, actually, you know what happened was Howard Woodson was following him, but he gets bumped on this route, and then that allows for the receiver just to completely get wide open. That's what happened. So it's just Madden being a bad game. It wasn't because I called a bad defense. It was just the game being poorly made and allowing for that to be wide open. They go for a little pitch, and Perry can't get nowhere to go. It is 2nd and goal from the 2. Do we bring a little pressure? I think we might do a little blitz for the linebackers. Brick Law gets to the backfield, but it's a broken tackle and a touchdown for Perry. Damian Perry scores the touchdown, so the Orbits capitalize on the interception by the Wizards, or from the Wizards. And we are down 7-0. We're not strangers to this situation by any means. We have been down in plenty of these games so far this season. But we shot ourselves in the foot, man. We had the interception that gave the Orbits the ball, and then we had the face mask that gave him a free 15 yards, and we also had the broken play that allowed them to get to, what, the 2-yard line, the 3-yard line, something like that. So few plays that allowed them to get in the spot they're in to now be up 7-0. But that's okay. We can come back in this game. We get a nice little screen pass on first down. There it is. And I didn't get a block. I mean, if you could throw me a block every once in a while, it would be very nice. 2nd and 5. Snap it. Try to cut it back inside. Probably not the right idea, but it's not going to matter because it's a holding call on, I would have guessed, King Queen, but it could be somebody on the interior. It is King Queen, yeah. It's usually him. Whenever it's a holding call, it's usually King Queen. He's just so big that it's hard for him to hold a block for that long without somebody getting past him, and he has to hold. So it's understand another holding call. We're going back to 2nd and 20 now. Back-to-back holding calls? Really? Why are we playing so sloppy? It's King Queen again. Back-to-back holding calls on King Queen. I mean, what are we doing there, King? Why are you holding back-to-back plays? I wasn't even taking that long that time. I made my decision to scramble pretty quickly. Luckily, Yarborough was wide open, and he didn't turn around, or George didn't throw it well enough. I don't know what that was. That was a good, well-thrown ball. It didn't matter. And now I just got to get some yardage. It's going to have to be Speed McCree. He's going to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 10, we're going to have to punt this ball back to the Orbits. Man, that Yarborough missed pass on 2nd down was brutal. The Plumber man, Michael Plummer, sends that away. And Brady Montana was back there, and Yasama brings him down. Oh, that's 2 frustrating possessions back-to-back for the Wizards. I don't know what's going on with the boys on offense. Let's try to change that here on defense. 1st and 10 from the 31. The handoff is to Damian Perry, and he's got a hard tackle, but he's got 9 yards. Oh, that's not Damian Perry. That's Tripp, excuse me, the backup running back. I didn't think they were rotating in and out like that. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. It's going to be a QB keeper. And CJ Quentin Joseph has himself 9 yards on the carry. That was a very well-designed play right there. I did not expect the QB keep on the read option. Oh, Carter. Jadeveon Carter is going to get to him. Jadeveon Carter with a sack on Quentin Joseph. That is what I was hoping for. I thought that I wasn't going to get there in time because I did this extra rush move right here, and that allowed for, I thought that was going to allow for Quentin Joseph to get the ball off, and he was about to, but he finally wrapped it up and did not get the ball off in time because Jadeveon Carter made the play and then pulls out the Selly of all Sellies. I don't even know what he's doing here, just crossing his arms or something. That's kind of a sick thumbnail if you think about it. Is this the thumbie? Do we have ourselves a thumbie? You know I'm a fan of thumbs. Ooh, that's kind of clean. That's kind of clean right there. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. That could be a thumbnail. I don't know. I'm not saying for sure. Obviously, you guys know what it is, but that could be the thumbnail. End of the first quarter. Down 7-0 at home against the Orbits. It's okay. It is all right. We've been down in games before, and we've come back somehow and won them. Carter couldn't get off in time. He gets it away, and he steps out of bounds. 3rd and 14. Brady Montana was right there. He was right there to stop him. We need to get to the quarterback here, 3rd and 14. Well, I just prefer them to not get anything going here. It's going to be a sack. Trey Watts is in on him. They're going to count that as a half a sack. That was all Trey Watts. That was all Trey Watts. There wasn't anybody else in that play. But they're going to count as a half a sack, and that's what we needed. I told you we needed to get to the quarterback, and I said this in the pregame. Their offense line's not great, so we should be having a field day, and that's 2 sacks on 1 drive. That's exactly the kind of production we needed on the defense. Especially with the way the offense has been playing the first couple drives, we needed that. Lawson doesn't really get much going there. We start at the 20-yard line. If Kenny George continues to kind of struggle here, we might be forced to go with Isaiah Cannon just to get some fresh faces. Speed McCree gets around the corner, and this is why he's nicknamed Speed, because he's got himself to the 40. All he had to do was get the edge, and he was gone. Absolutely gone. Gets us a huge gain of 20 on the play. And now we hand it right back to him. Doesn't get much on that one. Maybe he's a little gassed. Maybe the offensive line wasn't blocking as well as they did previously. We are going to have to throw this football. And I think I might be able to send... I wish I could do like a corner route because that might work well for Tyreek Lawson. But if I can throw a quick pass to Tyreek, he might have the speed. He doesn't have quite enough speed to break through that opening, but he does have a huge pass completion there. Or a huge pass reception. We go back to it. I'll roll out of the pocket and have to find Speed McCree. Make one man miss, Speed. If you make that man miss, you probably have yourself maybe a touchdown. At the worst, you get down to like the 5. We'll hand the ball off to Lamar Ferguson on this one. Talked about his possible breakout performance last episode. He doesn't really get much going there, but the blocks weren't really available for him. I'm going to step up and run here. I think George can get it, and he's down 4th and inches. Are you serious? It's 4th and inches. Acosta brings him down. I thought for sure he had the first down. They want me to go for it, and I was going to go for it anyway. So it is a 4th and inches call from the 18. We're going to change this to a pass. That could be a bad idea. We're going to actually make Boosh. And I get a penalty flag. You know what? That's probably a little bit better. Gets me a little bit more space. I get a delay of game call. I was trying to create the right things, and they want me to kick the field goal now. I still want to go for it. Here. I was trying to get the right hot routes, the right adjustments, but I got the penalty flag. That's going to be Speed McCree, and Speed McCree fell forward. Give me the ball. They're going to say that Speed McCree was denied the first down. You be the judge. Speed McCree, did he get that first down or not? I mean, we have to see the replay. We have to see the replay of this. Speed McCree, let's go down the line. Here's the first down marker. Does Speed get it? Hand is on the ground. There's the butt. The butt touches. Is the ball, when the butt initially touches, is it a cross? I don't think it is. That is as tight as you can get it. Oh, I don't think that it is. I think Speed fell a little bit short, but it's the first quarter. We're going to challenge the play. Or it's the first half, I mean. We're going to challenge the play, challenge the spot, see if they give it to me. The ruling is upheld. They keep it with the orbits. Man. Nothing has gone right this first half for Orlando here. And, oh man, he's got some space. Good blocking, got to the edge, and Perry has himself a first down. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Okay, not ideal. Very much not ideal. Quentin Joseph out of the shotgun, snaps it, has time, rolls, fires. He's got a man, and that's another face mask. Tackle him without grabbing his face mask. Come on, guys. We are professionals. Learn to tackle without grabbing the face mask. It's Smoke Morrison, the starting corner, number 1 corner. Don't know why we are in goal line situation with a blitz package, but maybe it'll work. And it doesn't work. We don't get to the quarterback. We miss the tackle, and Woodson has to bring him down for a first down. We are getting outplayed, outcoached everywhere on this football field. Come on, guys. We are not this bad. Jadeveon Carter almost had sack number 2. Just bring him down, please. Thank you. 2nd and 1. The Orbits defense might have my number. And the Orbits offense certainly has my number. 55 seconds to go in the half. They get the ball to start the second half, by the way. To the end zone! Not to the end zone, actually. To the 2. I thought he was going to keep running. 45 seconds. They use their first timeout. They're probably going to be a run play, so we are going to pinch everybody, call for the blitz, get everybody down there. Davis held him. Good job. 42-yard line. 42-yard line. No, 42-yard line. 42 seconds to go from the 1-yard line. He bounces outside, and he didn't get it. He's down at the 1 still. Another handoff. It's a passing play to the corner. Incomplete, 4th and goal. A goal line stand for the Wizards. And they will go for it with 26 seconds left. Oh my God. It's going to be a pitch, and we shut it down. Ah! The Orlando Wizards defense has a goal line stand against the Orbits. That's the type of play we needed. They went with a pitch. You never go with a pitch in Madden. It never works. It simply never works. If Speed McCree can break open here, we could have ourselves quite the touchdown. There's the snap. I need time. I didn't get the time. It's a safety. They brought a linebacker blitz. I pressed the button, but the release was too slow. Peachtree comes in, sacks Kenny George, and they turn the goal line stand turnover into 2 points. All I needed was another second from the offensive line. They brought an all-out blitz, a 0 blitz, and nobody blocked the man. And it's got to be another false start. That can't be encroachment or neutral zone infraction or anything. It is going to be a false start. They're going to try to score some more points here. 11 seconds to go, 9-0. We'll see what they do. They snap it, it's a run play, and they will just run the clock out. So we go into the half down by 9-0. Down 9 points. I don't really like that. I wish that we would have scored on one of those possessions in the first half. Preferably the first possession when we threw the interception. All right, starting the third quarter, we need to play better on offense. The defense has come up real big. The defense has come up really, really big. The only real mistake the defense has made, other than those 2 face mask penalties, has been the big passing play. They got them down to the 2, but that wasn't really our fault. That was the game running players into each other for no reason. And it slowed down Howard Woodson, allowed the guy to break free. That's really the only mistake. That's a quick throw, dropped off the hands of the running back, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. He's babying him. Prince is babying him when he really didn't do anything. I don't know why you're babying him. We got to get to the quarterback here. Show the dominance. Force him out of the pocket. He rolls and he throws it too far out of bounds. 3rd and 10. See, but he's a little antsy in the pocket. He's a little gun shy. He's could be seeing ghosts out there. We're forcing him out of the pocket before we really even got pressure on him. And he rolls again. This time, he's going to get it away. I thought I got to him quick enough, but he does throw it away. But we forced him again. That's back-to-back plays where we got pressure on him, and he was forced to throw it away, out of bounds, incomplete. The punt is away to Tyreek Lawson. Give me a little bit of a block here. You didn't block anybody, and I get to the 17. All right, Kenny, you got really one more drive before I decide to bench you and put in Isaiah Cannon, because you're just not getting it done for me, Kenny. Speed McCree, not amazing blocking, but he did enough to get good yardage there. A little bit of a dagger play. I'm looking at Yarbrough underneath, and I'm going to hit him. He's wide open. Good little pick play to free him up, and Edinson Yarbrough finally makes his first catch of the day. He should have had it earlier in the game, but it was just all kinds of weird and screwed up why he didn't catch that. 1st and 10 from the 42. The snap. The handoff is to McCree, and McCree had nobody back there. If I would have been able to squeeze through, that would have been an absolute touchdown. Nobody would have caught him. Give me one block. McCree gets the corner, and Speed McCree's got himself a 1st down. 7 carries, 58 yards. for the starting running back. We'll give this to Lamar Ferguson. Try to keep this offense balanced and still move the football consistently, but there's just no blocking for Ferguson. Where's he supposed to go? Where is he supposed to go? Kenny George, hit the man, Kenny! Ah! Parker Peters was wide open, probably for a touchdown if we're being honest. And Kenny George just overthrows him. Just can't happen, Kenny. It just can't happen. Step up in the pocket. Kenny George gets us into field goal range, but do we want to kick the field goal? 60-yarder for Harry Dicker. This is a tough field goal. He should have it, though. Ooh, that's not enough power. The accuracy's on point. Is it enough power? 60-yarders! Oh, it's just short! I don't think I had enough power on it. Harry Dicker misses, and it's another of many just missed opportunities for this offense today. We had the 4th and inches that became a 4th and 5 because I didn't get the playoff in time. Took a penalty. Oh my God. Jabari Carter. Or Jadeveon Carter, excuse me, not Jabari Carter. That's Jabari Sims. Jadeveon Carter got in the backfield like crazy. There's just been a ton of different things that have happened today. Not gone our way. It hasn't been our Sunday, that's for sure. Perry going nowhere again. The defense has been stepping up. Usama gets in the backfield that time. It's 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And another false start. Stop with the false starts. That's like the 3rd one today. At least it's not on us. Those are kind of annoying when that happens to us. Another false start. Get to the quarterback. Quentin Joseph is wide. The receiver is wide open. Quentin Joseph had plenty of time, and they convert the 3rd and long. What are we doing? The defense has played so well today. It's rare to see something that bad happen. And that's going to be caught. Howard Woodson just outplayed on the route. Oh, this is just not looking good for us, man. I don't know what it is. We're just not playing well on either side of the ball anymore. Quick throw, incomplete. He might have felt the presence of Brick Law and didn't want to take the hit. So he drops it off his hands. Minute to go, 3rd and 2. Do they call a pass here or do they run it? This is a weird spot. They do call a pass to the outside. Caught. 1st down. More. Unbelievable that he's wide open like that. 39 seconds to go. 3rd quarter. 23-yard line. Delayed handoff. He's got a ton of blockers and nobody in front of him. He breaks a tackle, breaks another one. It's a touchdown for the Orbits. Damian Perry with number 2. He broke, I think, 3 tackles and had really no challengers to go against him. And it's a 16, well, gonna be 16-0 lead for the Orbits here on the road against us. I just don't know. I don't know what the defense was doing there. There was like, they completely just backed away from the middle of the field. So Perry had a wide open running lane. And then the guys that did go and meet him completely got blocked out of the play. And Flash Wilson will finally make his name felt. He will get us on the board, so we will not be shut out for the first time this season. Flash Wilson scores the kick return touchdown. We needed that. And now we got to go for 2. Oh, I hate going for 2, but we got to do it. We got to do it. Throw it up. Yarborough. I mean, nobody was open. I waited way too long. That needs to be a bang-bang play. It needs to be a bang-bang play, and there was nobody that I liked there, so. But at least we're not going to get shut out. We need to have ourselves a defensive turnover. We've gotten plenty of those this season. We need to have at least one more. We still got a whole quarter to go, but I would prefer another false start. What is it with the first play of the drive for the Orbits that they get a false start penalty? Maybe stop doing what you're doing on the signal calling or on the cadence, and your guys won't get a false start. I mean, it benefits us, but it's just annoying sometimes. 1st and 15. 14 seconds to go in the third. It is a wheel route with the receiver, and he's just a little shifty guy. He makes all kinds of different like little stutter steps and juke moves and all kinds of stuff, and he's able to find a couple yards. And if they wouldn't have been backed up 5 extra yards, that could have been dangerous. It is now 2nd and 8, start of the 4th quarter. We really need some sort of big stop here, a sack, a turnover, something to boost this momentum in our favor. That's going to be a nice slant route caught, 3rd and 3. I got a bad feeling about this. I got a real bad feeling. I'm going to blitz the linebackers here. And that's going to be, oh, I thought it was going to be offside. Get to the quarterback. He's going to be wide open. Why is he just sitting there wide open? Was I calling a zone that didn't have that zone covered? I don't know what I was calling, but I was calling cover 3 sky with a linebacker blitz. Maybe the linebacker would have been the guy that would have been covering him. I don't know. I thought that I would get to him and not have to worry about that, but I guess I didn't. Another catch for the receiver of the Orbits. It's getting worse. They're taking a lot of time off the clock. They're probably going to score here, which is not what we need, because if they score here, the game's over. We're just not going to have enough time. Brick Law makes a good defensive play there. 2nd and 9. But we got to get moving here, man. We got to get moving. We're running out of time. They're already under 4 minutes. Play clock is running down for them, so that's nice. Makes them have to rush a little bit. Trey Watts in the backfield. Good job shutting him down. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 11. If they stay right here, this is a deep field goal. I don't know if they would try it. It all matters on what they do here. Nothing going. I'm going to call a timeout, actually. Probably not a smart idea, since we probably need all those timeouts later in the game, later in the quarter, but you never know if we're going to get to that point, so might as well call a timeout here. They punt the football. It's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a great punt at the 3-yard line. A fantastic punt for the Orbits, of course. And I'm not risking a sack. I can't take a safety here. I cannot take a safety here. I took one earlier in the game. I can't take another one, so we got to run this football. I know it's not smart to run the football, but snap it, hand it off, speed McCree. Gives me a little bit of room, a little bit of breathing room. Now I can pass it. Who's open? Nobody's open. It's going to be knocked incomplete. I didn't see anybody was open. I did not see anybody open there. This is the type of play that I ran earlier that I think Yarborough got picked on, or George got picked on. This time it's going to be completed to Yarborough. Keeps the drive alive on 3rd down. Go slot seam. Throw that quickly, but it just goes away from McCree. I mean, that's probably for the best. It would have been like a gain of 2 maybe, and it would have kept the clock going, so probably a good idea not to catch it. But still, a little concerning that pass was so inaccurate. Do I think I can hit him here? Man. If Kenny George was just a little bit more accurate, we'd be having a lot better luck. All I need is just one big-time play. Down low, it's Benny Button, and Benny's got himself a 4th and 5. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. At least that makes it a little bit more manageable. Down 10 with 2 minutes to go. It's not looking good for your boys. It is not looking good. I'm not really sure what else I can do, though. I mean, we've had opportunities. We just missed them. Oh, that's hardly nowhere. Walker hardly nowhere. Stays in bounds. Walker hardly nowhere down the sideline. Touchdown, Orlando. Walker hardly nowhere. I didn't think he was going to turn that up the field. I thought he was going to step out of bounds. He scores the touchdown. That's the quick strike play we needed. A good ball from Kenny George, and I thought he was going to step out of bounds. I didn't think he'd stay in, but he did, and then he had the breakaway speed to get himself a touchdown. Wow. And now we can kick the extra point to make it a 3-point game. Now, obviously, if we would have had that 2-point conversion, it would have been just a 2-point game, and we would have been able to kick the field goal to win it. We can't onside kick it. With 1:51 to go, that's way too dumb. We have to just believe in our defense. We forced a punt last drive, so I mean, it can happen. But with a minute 51 and 2 timeouts, we will see what happens. We will see what happens. CJ Quentin Johnson has done basically whatever he's wanted against us today. And Damian Perry's been very good as well. They're obviously going to be very heavy in the run game. Try to get us to use our timeouts and get the clock to run down. 2nd and 8. If we stop him here for a loss or something, I might use my timeout. That'd probably be a smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Save us a little bit of time. And that's going to be 2-minute warning. What? That's a play clock or a penalty. They had to delay a game because their receiver was taking a lot of time. We'll accept it, push them back a little bit. 2nd and 13 now. And that gives us technically a timeout, so I'll take that. They did run a lot of clock off, though. Oh, Brick Law back in the backfield. I'm going to use my second timeout there. 3rd and 14. All right, boys. All right. We need a big stop here. Get to the quarter, or get to the running back. Stop him. It's a holding call. It's a holding call. I'm going to decline it because it's going to be 4th down. Holding on the offense. We're going to decline it for 4th down so they punt me the ball back and we don't have to waste any more time. So we have under a minute and 1 timeout. Man, the Orbits really shot themselves in the foot there. We could have used both our timeouts there and had none going into this offensive drive. But we have 52 seconds and a timeout, and we're starting from the 29, which is not as bad as not as bad as it could have been. Oh man, do the Wizards have another week of miracles in them? I don't know if I do. My heart can't take these miracles. Up the field. Speed McCree makes the catch. He's down. No, he didn't get it. What? I can't risk calling a challenge and it not... Oh, it's under 2 minutes anyway. They would have to challenge it. How did Speed McCree not get both his feet in? 1 foot down. 2 feet down. Speed McCree caught it. He has possession. 1 foot down, 2 foot down. Yeah, it drags out of bounds, but that foot is down before it drags out of bounds. That foot is down right there. That is 2 feet in. And they called it incomplete. Oh, 43 seconds. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe they called that incomplete. That was a catch. And I can't challenge it because it's under 2 minutes. Tyreek Lawson. Big catch. Tyreek Lawson. I got to call my timeout here. I know that's probably not the smart idea. You might be screaming at your screens. I feel like that is the best move. I don't want to waste too much time getting down the field when I can just throw it away here and give myself another play. A clear out probably wasn't the best idea. They were pretty much watching that the whole way. Oh, do I have to get in the gamer stance? I might have to get in the gamer stance here. A little bit of a wide snap. Fire it. Parker Peters can't complete or can't catch it. A little bit off target from Kenny George. And it's 3rd and 10 all of a sudden. I mean, honestly, if we don't get any more yards, we're probably in field goal range. But I don't want a field goal. I want a touchdown. I thought that was going to get to Lawson. I thought that was going to get to him. Okay, so Harry Dicker, he missed a 59-yard or a 60-yarder earlier in the game because I didn't give it enough power. And they're going to ice me with a timeout. But remember, Harry Dicker has all those superstar attributes or superstar abilities, so he can't get iced. So this is basically useless for the Orbits. I didn't take off near as much time as I wanted to, but then again, I'm trying to score. For the tie. Good power. Good accuracy. Harry Dicker drills it! Dicker the kicker from 59 drills the kick to send us possibly to overtime, but at the least, he tied the game with 15 seconds. The Orbits will have 2 plays, maybe 3. depending on if they use their timeouts and how far they get down the field. But we might have overtime here in the doubleheader, which is going to make this game even longer, or make this video even longer. Trey Watts, get to the quarterback. He did, and he throws it away. Quentin Joseph. Homie Presley, remember, he only has like 86 kick power. So they have to get pretty deep into their... I mean, look at that target line. That's at the 40. That's at the 30. They have to get pretty deep to get to a field goal range for this kicker. And they're going to just go short here. That's probably a waste. It's 7 seconds. But really, what else are you going to do? There wasn't really an option. You have to go so far. 7 seconds, 1 timeout. Did they go short again? He's got plenty of time. He fires it. That's deep. Knock it down. Thank God. I thought that was going to be caught for a second. We go to overtime. I don't know how these Wizards keep finding a way to make these games crazy. The Orbits have won the toss. That's not what I wanted to see. And they've selected to receive, or elected to receive. I can't speak. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see at all. I wanted to have us get the ball so we could win the game, but we have to go kick it off. Into overtime. Man, I can't believe we're even here. I cannot believe we are even at this moment in overtime. Ugh. All right, we need one drive. One defensive drive, and we can win this game with a field goal. One defensive drive, we can win this game with a field goal. That's all we need. Good stop. Only 1 yard for Damian Perry. Kelly got there, I think. Johnson might have gotten there. Couple guys. 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another false start penalty. What are these Orbits doing? Stop doing that cadence if it's going to keep giving your guys false start penalties. Learn from your mistakes. It's 2nd and 14 now. They're just shooting themselves in the foot even more. Quick snap. It's a pass, play action. That's not roughing the passer. They cannot be roughing the passer. What? Illegal man downfield? Oh, I didn't expect that. I'm going to give it 3rd and 14. I did not expect them to call illegal man downfield, that's for sure. That's kind of crazy. They rarely ever call illegal man downfield. And it's just going to be a run play. They've given up. 4th and 11, 3rd and 14, you call a run play in overtime? You're not playing to win. You are not playing to win. They will punt the ball back to us, and I'm pretty sure all we need to do is get in a field goal range for Harry Dicker. Tyreek Lawson gets us to the 36. All right, Smooth Jazz, this is your moment. Make yourself legendary. Make yourself legendary with a drive. The snap. The handoff to Speed McCree. He's got space. Speed McCree gets himself a 1st down, and just like that, what was that, 11 yards? Just like that, the boys are in dangerous territory. Go right back to him. It worked the 1st time. It's going to work the 2nd time. Speed McCree, back-to-back carries, gets us into nice field goal range. I think they kind of want us to play for the field goal. I'm going to play for the touchdown, if I can. They call it 3rd and inches there. Speed McCree kind of got leveled. They're calling it inches. I'm going to give it to McCree one more time. That takes us to the 2-minute warning of overtime. Remember, this is the regular season, so if this makes it to the end of the overtime period and we don't do anything, then it'll be a tie. We don't want that. We don't want a tie in this game. We want a winner. And I want it to be me. Snap it, hand it off to McCree. He's got space. Speed McCree gets us a huge carry. A huge carry. Right back to it. McCree again. 2nd and 6. We are in clear field goal range for Harry Dicker. I'm just trying to find the right plays to call. A little halfback stretch. Lamar Ferguson, when it mattered the most, he gets a huge carry for a 1st down and more. Go back to him, snap it, blocks from the receivers, and Lamar Ferguson bulldozing people down to the 8. I'm aware of the clock, don't worry. I'm watching it. Lamar Ferguson cuts it back inside. It's a touchdown, but a holding call. If it's on King Queen, I'm gonna flip out. Please don't be on King Queen. Please be on anybody else. Oh my God, King Queen! We won the game! Lamar Ferguson scored the touchdown, but King Queen with his third holding call of the game. Smooth jazz, Kenny George with an unbelievable run there. 48 seconds to go from the 5. We have one timeout. And I'm going to run a passing play here. I'm going to roll. I'm going to take it with Kenny George. I didn't get in. I'm not going to call my timeout just yet. I'm going to see how much time runs off the clock. Not much. It's speed. It's a touchdown and the Orlando Wizards win in overtime. How do these boys keep doing it? Against all odds. They're 3-0. These boys are magical. Parker Peters was wide open on the outside. I didn't even realize. It doesn't matter because we get the job done nonetheless. And the Orlando Wizards are 3-0. I have absolutely no idea how we're 3-0. But the good news is we are. We are 3-0 on the season. By all crazy scenarios, we've done it. We moved to week number 4. I mean, this is just the craziest thing of all time. We now play the Austin Steamers, and at home again for the doubleheader. But most importantly, we've got ourselves. Ooh, it looks like it's going to be a heavy rain game here at. We're playing at Wembley. Oh, a little London action, a little bit for the Brits. Hello, governor. All right. Before we do that, let's take a look at the recap of week number 3 in the My Franchise tool. All right, here we are at the My Franchise tool, and we are into week number 4, but let's take a look back at what happened in week number 3. Currently, if we take a look at the standings in the NFL, in the WOJFL, there are 1, 2, 3 undefeated teams just left, and we are one of them. It's the Portland Pioneers, the San Diego Voyagers, and us. There are also a few winless teams. London Monarchs, the Paris Black Knights, the Columbus Caps, the Tokyo Dragons, and the Montreal Lumberjacks are all 0-3. Very interesting. And we can also get a look at our draft class here, and we can see all the colleges. We can see some of our new players with Andrew Dalton, and where's some of the other ones? Cooper Treptow, Dalton Hunt. So we'll learn about these guys as we go forward. We will certainly. There also looks to be some good players at the top half with Marcus Babineau, Juan Cage, Walt Seawright. Looks like some good players. Let's take a look at the stats though. So passing leaders right now are Matthew Gillis, who plays for the Oakland Redwoods, and Aaron Greenford playing for the Oklahoma City Bison, both over 900 yards. Touchdown leaders are all of these guys. Except for Brock Prestige of the Vancouver Mounties has 8 of them things. 8 passing touchdowns. Interception leader is Tyler Arrows. He is throwing arrows to the other team. He's got 5. So does Jimmy Denner, who plays for the Tokyo Dragons. I mean, they are winless, so it makes sense. And then you got Baker Newsome. The rushing leader right now is Christian Adai with 356 yards. Devin Westbrook. Where's our guy? There's Damian Perry, who we just played. Where's our guy, Speed McCree? He's got 206 yards on 42 attempts. All right, 5 yards per carry is pretty nice. Touchdown leader is Damian Perry with 5. I mean, he got 2 in our game, so it's understandable. Receiving leader after 3 weeks is Riley Austin, who is playing for the Oakland Redwoods. Then you got Adam Seth for the Albuquerque Elks, and Mo Long Knox, who we played a couple of weeks ago, actually last episode of week number 2. We played him, so he's the top tight end on the board. The next one right there is Edinson Yarbo, which is our guy. 8 catches, 228. Tackle leader right now is Robert Richhood, who plays for the Tokyo Dragons. The sack leader is Frankie Guthrie for the Albuquerque Elks. He has... How many sacks does he have? Where is it at? Where is this? Is it the solo? It's not the solo sack thing, is it? That's solo tackles. I'm not sure where the sack... Oh! I apologize. It's right in front of my face right here with the total. I apologize. I'm super stupid. But Frankie Guthrie leads with that. Interception leader is Chidobe Abrahams for the Condors. He has 3. The kicking numbers, we should be seeing our guy Harry Dicker now with a 59-yard field goal. Is he up here? He hasn't had a lot of field goals, but he's had a lot of extra points. There he is, Harry Dicker. He is 1 for 1 from kicks of 1 to 29 yards. He is 1 for 2 for 50-plus yarders. I should have made the 60-yarder, but I messed up the power. And the 59-yarder, I think, might be the biggest. I can't sort by longest, I don't think. But, ooh, somebody else, Jason Hamilton, kicking for the Monarchs, has made a 59-yarder. 58 for Shoelace O'Tine. 59 for Chad Junkins, excuse me. Then we had a 59-yarder from Jake Sow. So it looks like it's not that impressive. I thought it was very impressive. It's not that impressive. And then returns, our man Flash Wilson had himself a kick return touchdown. So, or a punt return. Was it a punt? No, it was a kick return touchdown. Oh, this is punt returns. Here's kick returns. There it is, right there. The only one so far, Flash Wilson. I think the only one. It looks like it at least. Yeah, the only one. Which is kind of crazy. All right. Back to the home. Let's see if we can find our, here it is. So the over-under is 45. They need to start lowering the over-under for these games. Our games tend to score a little bit low. And then the spread is -2.5. I'm assuming that's in favor of us since we are the undefeated team. But we're also playing in London, 9:30 game on Fox. We average 22 points per game. We rush averaging 126, 200 yards through the air. We have a good 54% third down conversion, which is nice. We've converted 2 out of 6 fourth downs this season, and we are 50% in the red zone. And then on defense, we allow 19 points on defense. They allow 15. Okay, looks like their defense is pretty solid, although they get kind of torched through the air with 230. I mean, that's not super torched, but they do allow a lot of passing yards, enough passing yards. They're also 2-1. They have a +2 turnover differential to our -1. Very interesting. Very. Any big news? The Orbits let it get away. Orlando mounted a memorable comeback in their win over the Orbits. That was certainly a big, memorable comeback. I will say that. Social media, what are they saying? Let's make sure Cancer takes an L. Crucial catch week in the NFL. Good job on that. Dan Orlovsky says, on paper, the Caps and the Aviators are the 2 of the league's elite teams. Well, it looks like Dan Orlovsky, even in our universe, has horrible takes because the Columbus Caps are winless. Good job there, Dan. Then you got ESPN saying 2 unstoppable teams, 1 big early season matchup with Brett Carlson and the Monarchs heading to Dublin. Look at that. Some big news happening. Any injuries? Any big injuries? Doesn't look like it. Players of the week, Keith Mannix. Nobody on our team gets player of the week. That's all right. But we move to week number 4 and the doubleheader. I will see you guys in the game against the Steamers. So much for the rain here in London at Wembley Stadium as the Wizards kick off to the Steamers. A big travel for both teams. Now this is kind of funny because we're playing in London here in these London games, but we have a team in London with the Monarchs. So it's kind of funny that we had to travel over here to play these London games, and we have a team over here already. All right, we start the game, and I realized I didn't even show you guys the team for the Austin Steamers. So let's go take a look at them. They've got Jeff Sherman, 86 overall rookie, starting at quarterback for them. Their running back is Cordell Blair with Bijan Hopples as the backup. Their wide receivers are Drake Casey, Jarvis Bernard, DeAndre Grimes, Mike Juergens, Scotty Salvatore, and Kadero Walls. All right. Tight end is Kyle Yancey, 80 overall. Offensive line, left tackle Jake Turrell. Left guard, Frant Welker. Center is Drew Bierman. Matthew Piper is the right guard, and Caleb Kleiman is the right tackle. On the defense, they got Grady Pat, Calais Jimenez, and Shelby Swafford as the defensive line. At the linebackers, you got Bud Demise, Damian Gross, and Lorenzo Labarge. And the corners, AJ Justice, who's 87 overall, Jeff Smith, Maitito? I don't know. Town Hero. Pronounce it however you want. Trey Spansish, Clark Long Jr. are the corners. Free safety Jesse Gustin, and Richie Webb is the strong safety, with Youngwei Natzoku as the kicker, who has... How much kick power, how much accuracy does this man have? He possesses... If I can find it. There it is. 92 kick power, 88 kick accuracy. Okay. And then Bradley Dansby is their punter. So now that you're familiar with the Austin Steamers roster, we will try to take them on. And you might have noticed, rocking a little bit of a different uniform combination. We've got the white helmets, the gold jerseys, and the white pants. So a little bit of a clean look. Might as well show off for the London fans. Maybe we can convert some of them from being Monarchs fans to being Orlando Wizards fans. You never know. I guess they would probably convert to being like Paris Black Knights or Dublin Shamrocks fans instead of our fans. But hey, you never know. I mean, they're watching this game, so maybe some of them will turn. 3rd and 4. He's got space. He's going to take off and run. He goes down, and Sherman's got himself a huge first down conversion. 9 yards on the QB scramble. Man, we didn't have anybody watching him. But I didn't think he could run, to be fair, so I didn't expect anybody to... Or I didn't think of having anybody there. Oh, I missed it. No, I didn't. Jadeveon Carter gets the sack on the quarterback, Sherman. I thought I missed him because I dove too early. But it didn't. It worked out for me, so I'm appreciative of that. And it's 2nd and 17 now. Stop that. Stop that. Good job. We bring down the receiver. Or I think that's actually the running back who caught that. It is. It's Cordell Blair who caught that one. Storm McKinley makes the catch, or makes the tackle, and it's 3rd and 8 from the 42-yard line. He's going to roll out to the wrong side. Jabari Sims was right there. And it's incomplete pass, forcing the 4th down and the punt. That's a good first offensive performance from the boys. We'll see how we go on offense, though. The punt is away. Tyreek Lawson's back. And a little bit of blocking, I guess. Tyreek Lawson gets a good carry. A good enough carry, I guess. And here he comes. Smooth Jazz Kenny George out on the field. He's got 6 touchdowns to just 3 picks. Which, to be fair, if you ever watch one of my series, is pretty good numbers for this late into the season. I mean, we're only 4 weeks in. But hey, I usually have like 10 interceptions by now. 1st and 10, handed off to the electric Speed McCree. He gets to the outside and is able to make something out of nothing there. He really turned it up at the 4th quarter of that game last week, that's for sure. That's where he got a lot of his yards. But I think they were pretty much worn out at that point. Orbits couldn't handle it. Get it to him again. Good block from the receiver there. That might have been Parker Peters throwing a block. Speed McCree getting a lot of touches here early. He's got all 3 touches so far. I kind of like this jersey combo. The white helmets really make it. If I would have went gold helmets or purple helmets, I don't think it would have worked. But the white helmets really do fit nicely with this combo. Oh, Parker Peters goes up and gets it. A little bit of a lob from Smooth Jazz, but Parker Peters makes it pay. Gets it for a 1st down. And Speed McCree has another good carry. 3 carries, 13 yards. The offense is moving pretty well right now. Gonna run a little play action with Smooth Jazz. See what he does. London is in Dublin to take on the Shamrocks right now. It's a holding call. So I'll just like scramble or something here. I don't really know. Could have thrown it away, I guess, but and not risk a fumble or something. All right, so a holding call. It's on King Queen. Do I have to bench you, my guy? You got like 3 holding calls last week against the Orbits, and now you start this game with a holding call. I might have to adjust something with your play time here if you're gonna keep getting holding calls. Tyreek Lawson, good juke move. Tyreek Lawson, that's what he does best. He gets out in space, beats his man, and he's wide open for big catches. Lamar Ferguson had a couple big carries last game as well. 2nd and 7. First quarter is winding down. And Lamar Ferguson, who did have the game-winning touchdown called back because of the king-queen hold. Roll out of the pocket here. I see him open, but he's not open anymore. Kenny George! 4th and 1. I should have probably hit him, but I wasn't sure if he'd be able to turn his body and make the play. They obviously want me to go for this because the first down is possible. I'm going to hand this off to McCree. I think he can get it. And I'm going to snap it before the quarter ends, and I didn't get it. Speed McCree was denied. I think I went the wrong way. I think if I would have went outside to the left, I would have had it. So we end the first quarter with nothing. Not new for us. We usually do that. That's just kind of upsetting. Bring a blitz. Do nothing. Oh, my God. How did you not pick that off? How did you not pick that off? That could have been a walk-in touchdown. An absolute walk-in. Frustrating, but have to move on. Short memories in the NFL. Cordell Blair gets a first down. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Ugh. Sherman's been playing decently well on these drives he's had. He goes outside. He's got his man. It's a 3-yard completion. That looked like he was building up for a more impactful throw, if you know what I mean. Like he was going to like roll out of the pocket and find some guy open down the field 30 yards or something. But he turns out to just get 3. Oh, that's maybe what he was waiting for on the previous play. Storm McKinley, I completely whiffed. Oh my God, I did that on accident. I thought I lined it up and I was going to just bump him out of bounds. I was wrong, severely wrong. And he gets a huge reception out of it. And Cordell Blair's got another open lane. Oh God, the Steamers are starting to pile it on us, aren't they? Come on, guys. Where's that defensive effort we had in the fourth quarter last game? Maybe we only show up in the fourth quarter. I have no idea because we're letting everything go here. This number 5, Casey, and Cordell Blair are combining for some nasty catches and some nasty runs here. And I don't like it. Oh, it's a screen! Jadeveon Carter almost sacked him off the screen. He did affect it enough to where it's not going to be completed. But he almost got the sack on the screen, which is something I rarely ever do. They usually just get it away too fast. That's going to be completed. I understand that I could have had the sack there, but I did that extra pass rush move, and it slows you down every time. I don't try to do it. I never think that I'm going to beat the guy as quick as I do sometimes, and then it results in me hitting the swim move or the rush move an extra time. Sherman, end zone! McKinley! Off your hands! You pick it! And we save points! But now the Steamers are going to get 3 out of it. Oh, Storm, you got to pick that off. That was off your hands. You had an easy one. You're not going to get many easy ones like that. And the Steamers do walk away with 3. They could have had nothing, though. They could have had zilch, nada, nothing. But they walk away with 3 because Storm McKinley doesn't know how to catch a football. Oh, man. All right, they kick it to Flash Wilson. He already showed off his speed and his kick return prowess last game, and I thought he was going to do it again. That opened up like it was going to happen. All right, Kenny George. We got shut down at our own, what was it, 3, 5? I don't know what it was we got shut down at, but it wasn't nice. We should have came with 7 points. That happens to me a lot, doesn't it? Oh, God. That is upsetting that they got to the quarterback so quickly there. This play, similar play to this, scored a touchdown in that last game against the Orbits. It's not going to do the same this time. Kenny George, what are you doing? Kenny George, I threw the ball because I knew the pass rush was coming. And he just completely throws a wounded duck for no reason. You've got a guy coming in your face, but this is a simple throw, and you just completely overthrow him for no reason. I mean, Kenny, I might have to bench you for Isaiah Cannon at this point. It's a rotating door at quarterback, and Isaiah Cannon's going to get a shot. Because that's just unacceptable. You can't be throwing that kind of stuff in a game that we can certainly win. And Jadeveon Carter will bring down Sherman for the second time today. This man means business. One of the best pass rushers in all of the WOJFL. And he's got sack number 2 in the game. Maybe number 3. He's on pressure. He's got it. 2.5. They give the credit to Jabari Sims for half of it. But that's back-to-back for Jadeveon Carter. Can he make it 3? He can't make it 3. But Brick Law will shut that down for no gain. Or maybe like a gain of 2 or something. And they will punt the ball back to us. I probably should call a timeout, shouldn't I? I didn't realize that it was going down that far. That's okay. 30 seconds or a little under. And Isaiah Cannon, remember, has a big arm. So it's not like we're going to be doing checkdowns or something. Although I probably will, because that's usually what I do, isn't it? All right. Tyreek Lawson. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Oh, God, what a bounce. What a bounce. That took the opposite bounce that I thought it was going to take. That's crazy. All right, Isaiah. This is your moment. He's only appeared in the first game of the season when he forced that pass interference call, defensive pass interference. So this is his moment. Isaiah Cannon to Parker Peters, almost completed. You know, fun fact, I don't think Isaiah Cannon has completed a single pass this season. Because obviously the one that was called pass interference wasn't completed. And then that's not completed. And I think he threw one earlier in that game, too, the previous play before the pass interference call that was incomplete. So I don't think Isaiah Cannon has a single completed pass this year. And he might not still have one. Can we get in field goal range? I don't know if we can. Gonna go to Yarborough there. He doesn't get it. It's 4th and 10. I mean, we should probably punt this ball. That'd probably be smart. I can't allow them to have points, can I? I cannot allow them to have points. We're going to get the ball to start the second half. Brady Montana. Shut that down. Good job. All right, so we go into the half down 3-0. We got a new quarterback in there, though, so we'll see how that goes. We need to stop the short passes on Sherman. All right, starting the second half with the ball is nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Flash Wilson back there. Already got 1 this season. Can he get 2? Flash Wilson's got space. I wasn't really sure where to go. I was starting to panic for a second. But he gets a good carry to the 35. That's a good return. And we got to get the ball in the hands of our dynamic running back, Speed McCree. Because when he's cooking, the offense is cooking. 2nd and 5. I'm not really sure how good Isaiah Cannon's throw on the run is. I'm probably pretty sure that it's not good. It's not like amazing because he's not built for throw on the run. He's built for stand in the pocket and throw it 70 yards. But that's not going to really be the case if we can't get any separation with the run game. We really just need to get this guy a completed pass. Get him in the zone. Get him some confidence. So we need to take some of these checkdowns and actually have him complete a pass, because I've just been going for big bombs. That's going to be a completed catch. It's only 4 yards, but hey, it's a completion. It's his first ever completion of the season. It's something. That's a play-action boot. I don't really want to run that, so I'm going to run this and see what happens. Yarborough, how do you hold on to that? Thank you for doing it, but how'd you hold on for that? You're a crazy man. A psychopath. I'm glad he did. And he's got 2 catches now. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ferguson with the carry. He's got 3 for 12. We'll go back to Ferguson here, and he's gonna bulldoze his way to the 34. It's 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Do we go with the dagger play? Probably. I might just go underneath the Yarborough, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let's just go down to Yarborough. It's the simple one. It's the easy one. Guarantee the yards. Now we can run some hurry up and maybe find an open man. Just check it down to McCree. I don't think anybody was going to be open there. But at least we're starting to get Isaiah Cannon into a rhythm. He's starting to feel the rhythm of the game, get some completions, get some confidence going. Maybe then we can take a shot and he can hit a big touchdown or something. I don't know. Can McCree get to the outside here? He can't. 3rd and 6. Very fast from Sent. I didn't think he was going to catch me there. I'm not sure what the accuracies are on Isaiah Cannon. I don't really know if I want to run this player now. Let's run a mesh spot. That's a little bit more safe. That's going to be caught by Speed McCree. I thought for sure that was going to be at least knocked incomplete, if not picked off. But it's held by Speed McCree, and he goes nowhere on that carry, so 2nd down and 10. Okay. Oh, what do we call? What do we call? What do we call? I don't really feel like a run play is the best idea. Maybe something like this. Get the ball to Parker Peters. Make it a manageable 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Simple play, simple play. Get the ball out of his hands quickly. We go underneath the Tyreek Lawson. He gets the 1st down, I think. Yeah, he got upended, but he got the 1st down. And this is going to be TJ Scott, his first carry of the season. It's going to be a touchdown. You see the strength of TJ Scott? He got stopped at the 3, I think, and he pulled it into the end zone. The strength of the 3rd-string running back comes out in full force, and he puts the Wizards on top here late 3rd quarter, hopefully 7-3. And Isaiah Cannon had a solid drive there. Had a very solid drive. Missed a few passes, but just he was getting the feel of things. He was consistent, getting some confidence building. And with 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, we will see what happens with Sherman and the Steamer offense. You can only think that they're going to do the same stuff they've been doing, which is doing little, like, middle of the field throws with their receiver, number 5. I forget his name already. But, oh my God, Trey Watts. How did that not get sacked? Yancey somehow gets the catch, but we need to see an instant replay of this. How did Trey Watts not come away with a sack here? He is all up in the grill of Sherman, and yet he somehow finds a way to throw this football. I mean, it's just not real. How do you throw a football with a man like this? How is this possible? How is it possible? It's not possible, I'll tell you that much. It's not possible to throw a football with a man diving at you like this. It's just simply not possible. I mean, are you kidding me? I'll never understand how he threw this football. But he did, and it's a completed pass. Whatever, dog. Whatever. We are coming up on the end of the 3rd quarter. Bring a little safety blitz. Probably not the smartest idea. Prince save a touchdown. No, he couldn't. Flash Wilson make the play. He did. I probably shouldn't have brought a safety blitz. That was a bad idea, but I thought that my guys would actually, like, get there quicker. End of the 3rd quarter. End of the 3rd quarter. We go into the 4th, actually with a lead. That's something we don't really do in these games. We go into the 4th quarter with a lead, but it might be ending pretty soon here. We'll see what the boys do. A screen, and he just dirts it. He dirts it with Jabari Sims in his face. And Sherman will go back to the drawing board on 2nd and 10. What will he call? What will the offensive coordinator call? It's going to be picked off! It's Howard Woodson, the veteran! What was that throw? Howard Woodson has been really good all season. And he comes away with his first pick of the year. Pick. Man, Sherman, what do you throw in there? He wasn't even ready for it. And Howard Woodson just comes up and snags it for a big-time turnover. Something we didn't do at all against the Orbits, and still somehow came away with a victory. Now all we got to do is run our offense, take some time off the clock, and walk away 4-0. Impossibly 4-0. Speed McCree gets down to the 17-yard line, 3rd and 5. We run a little no huddle, catch him off guard here, and then run a little play action. Get it out of the hands. It's McCree. Make a man miss. Speed McCree does, and he gets the first down. Oh my God, I love you, Speed McCree. I love you so much. One of the best players on this team is making things happen. Oh, he's got tons of room here. McCree gets down to the 31. 2nd and 2. What do we do here? Do we call a little vertical play? Maybe take him out, take a shot here? I'm going to take a sack. That was the wrong call. That was the wrong call, but now we have to go to it. We have to go to verticals. It could be the right call here. MVP holds on for a big first down catch. Marquez, Vontel, Porter with the catch. And Isaiah Cannon delivered a very good ball. He didn't put it in a bad spot or anything. It is TJ Scott who scored the touchdown today, the only touchdown of the game. Gets another carry. He doesn't really get a lot of usage as the third string running back. That's going to be caught by MVP again. 3rd and 6. Trying to take this to the 2-minute warning. I don't know if it's going to be possible. TJ Scott just not fast enough. Just simply not fast enough. He was out there for speed. I tried to hand it to him, and he just got tripped up. And Plummer will punt that ball away. That's a decent punt, but it's going to go. Oh, I thought I could knock it out. Plummer knows his strength too much. So they used one of their timeouts, but it's 2:48 to go in the game. 7-3. We still lead. Oh, that's a great catch. A fantastic catch from Casey. Unbelievably well timed by Casey. And he brings it in. That is not something we needed. Oh, he's wide open. What are we doing on defense on the slant route? We're not covering slants. That's probably going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So they'll have their third timeout technically. And there it is. 2-minute warning. They're not going to kick a field goal. That'd be stupid for them to kick a field goal. They have to score a touchdown here to take the lead, make it a 3-point game on their favor. So we have to stop them, basically. That's what it is. We have to stop them here. And it's going to be Davion Carter. 3.5 sacks today. Put that man in the Hall of Fame. Give him a statue. I don't care. The man is goated. And Brick Law, that cannot be pass interference. That cannot be. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. That cannot be pass interference. That simply cannot be. Do I get there? You guys be the judge. Do I get there prematurely? So I'm making contact with him right there. That ball is basically in his zone of being able to catch it. He doesn't have his hands up there. Maybe they're considering the fact that I'm impeding his arm. I got there too early for the arm. That is a tough call in a big pressure situation. You cannot call that. But they did. They called it. It's 1st and 10 from the 48 instead of what it would have been 3rd down or something. Brick Law does a good job there not getting the PI. 1:23 to go. They still have 2 timeouts and they have to score a touchdown to win this game. I wish it wouldn't be our defense's job to stop this game or to save this game. I wish I would have been able to do it on offense, but I couldn't do it. That's a big catch on for a first down there. They take it to under a minute. I need Davion Carter to be the man that he is. He almost was. That ball's out. It's a fumble. Howard Woodson. Oh my God. The fumble from Cordell Blair and the recovery from Howard Woodson. He's got the pick and the recovery. Who's forcing the fumble? Who is it? Who is it? It's Smoke Morrison. Smoke Morrison with the forced fumble, the good low tackle. That ball is... Oh, no. Oh, no. That ball's not out. That's a turn. They're going to keep the ball. That's an overturn. Oh, no. Oh, no. That ball is not out when his arm is down. Don't overturn it. Don't review it. Don't review it. Don't review it. Don't review it. Booth review. They're going to overturn it. Oh, it's 2nd and inches. They overturn it. I can't believe that. We got the break that we needed. Clock doesn't stop, though. Get there. Keep him away. Okay, they call a timeout. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. One timeout for the Steamers. They've got it. He dives in. It's a touchdown. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Oh, that's such a... We did everything we needed to do in that drive. But it just kept coming back against us. They didn't want us to win. They don't want us to win this game. We had the PI on Brick Law, which could be argued it wasn't a PI. Oh, my God. And then we had the fumble that was overturned. I mean, they did everything in their power to not make that... to make that drive happen for the Steamers. Unbelievable. Isaiah Cannon, it's a lob. It's going to be picked off, but it's out of bounds, so we get another chance. I got hit on the throw. The fact that Isaiah Cannon's a lefty made that a little bit more difficult of a throw. 31 seconds, all 3 timeouts. How do we score? It's going to be another play where I can't get the ball off. Please, offensive line, please. I need you to hold. Isaiah Cannon is the right guy to have in this spot because he's got the arm. So I just need to have the time for my receivers to get down the field. I'm not going to have it again. That ball is lobbed, and it's going to be knocked incomplete. I mean, are you not going to give me the time? If I don't have the time, how am I supposed to get this touchdown? This is my last resort. Somebody's got to score. Parker Peters. He dropped it. Ball game. We lose. Maybe I shouldn't have went all deep plays. We had a good amount of time in 3 timeouts. Maybe I mismanaged that. That could be said. But the fact that they scored on that drive when we had them in multiple opportunities to stop them, but the referees gave them this game. The referees gave them this game. That's simply what we can say. The referees gave them this game. Now, we could argue that we should have won this game on a couple of different plays. That can be argued. But the fact that we are going to lose this game on those referee calls is crazy. That PI is unbelievable. We are going to lose the game 10-7 to the Austin Steamers. That PI is unbelievable. Oh, we're not undefeated any longer. We drop our first game of the season. In heartbreaking fashion, now we have to go on the road to Dublin. Luckily for us, we just played in London, so now all we have to do is go over to Ireland, and we're good to go. But that is going to do it for this episode, except for we will take a look at the My Franchise tool to wrap up the video, but that's going to do it for the gameplay. Oh my God, unbelievable that we lost that game. But it is what it is. The doubleheader, we split it, and we are 3-1 on the season. Let's go wrap up the video and see what happened around the league in week number 4. All right, so wrapping up what happened last week in week number 4, the Voyagers are now 4-0 on the season. They take over the number 1 spot in the AFC. The Portland Pioneers are 4-1 as well, so they've got themselves the number 1 seed as of right now. Players of the week, do we see any? Oh, robbed. Absolutely robbed. Jadeveon Carter had a great game. He had a great game, but Adafe Heath steals it with 7 tackles and 3 sacks. I think Jadeveon Carter should have gotten it. So let's take a look at the rankings. There are 2 4-0 teams in the league. It is the Portland Pioneers and the San Diego Voyagers. We currently sit in the overall power rankings. We sit at number 14. They don't really believe in us. Offensive power rankings, we sit with the second to last offense in the league, which is understandable. Our defense has been really carrying us, as you can see by the fact that we are number 1 in defensive power rankings. The schedule, I realized I didn't even go over week number 4's. Week number 3's, I mean. So the Mounties beat the Riverhawks 33-28. Golden Eagles beat the Caps 45-14. The Aviators beat the Oilers 35-9. Steamers beat the Lumberjacks 38-10. Antlers beat the Nighthawks 23-15. The Orbits fall to us 22-16. Voyagers stay undefeated with 26 victory over the Monarchs, who are now 0-4, or 0-3 after this game. Desperados beat the Bulls 17-13. Sentinels beat the Black Knights 27-18. Shamrocks lose to the Tigers 32-17. Pioneers stay undefeated with the Elks win 24-10. Snowhawks beat the Dreadnoughts 32-10 as well. Bison score 35 points, beat the Huskies by 35-14. And the Blues on Sunday Night Football beat the Dragons 38-13. Monday Night Football doubleheader. Armadillos beat the Thunderbirds 20-3. And the Redwoods beat the Condors 20-24. So that is your Week 3 results. And the Week 4 results, Lumberjacks on Thursday Night Football beat the Nighthawks 27-9. Big game there. Steamers beat the Wizards, unfortunately, on the London game, 9:30. Unfortunate. Shamrocks go over top the Monarchs, who are winless, 38-18. The Bulls beat the Elks 26-7. Voyagers stay undefeated by beating the Huskies 33-7. Caps finally get a game. They beat the Aviators 28-14. The Blues beat the Orbits 31-17, so the Orbits not having a good season so far. Golden Eagles beat the Redwoods 28-24. The Antlers defeat the Armadillos 26-23. Thunderbirds lose to the Tigers 29-26. The Condors fall to the Oilers by 35-31. The Dragons stay winless by losing to Desperados 17-13. The Sentinels beat the Dreadnoughts 31-27. Mounties defeat the Snowhawks 24-21. And on Sunday Night Football, the Bison beat the Black Knights 31-22. Monday Night Football, the Pioneers continue their undefeated season 24-16 over the Riverhawks. So those are your schedules and results for weeks 3 and 4, what we just covered. We have our first few 1,000-yard passers. Look at that. Nice to see. Aaron Greenford must be killing the game for the Oklahoma City Bison. We played this man and beat him. And didn't get an interception, though. He has none. He has 8 touchdowns, no picks. He's having quite the season. Interception leader right, though, is Taylor Arrows. He's on track to throw a lot of interceptions. That is for sure. Rushing leader right now is Herschel Gates, the Mexico City Golden Eagle running back. We played him in week 1. Receiving is now Mo Long Knox. Good for him. Tackles is Robert Richhood. Sacks is Rashawn Terry, but, I mean, Jadeveon Carter's got to be up here somewhere. He's gotten a ton of them. Where is Jadeveon Carter? Oh, he's third. I missed him. He's got 5.5. Jadeveon Carter is having a crazy season. Interceptions, we don't have that many. Kicking, we're doing good there, and returns. Okay, so those are your stats. Any big news around the league? I don't think there's any big news. Social media, ESPN says 2 unstoppable teams, 1 big early matchup. Eric Bobbins and the Dreadnoughts head into Vancouver. Charles Davis says the Shamrocks Wizard game has got a great opportunity for both sides to see how they stack up against the league's elite. Are the Shamrocks that elite? I don't know if they're that elite. Whatever. Matthew Berry says, would the Wizards really trade Austin Miles? I'm not really thinking about trading Austin Miles, but I guess if the good offer comes, I might think about it, I guess. Wasn't really planning on it. And the spread for this game is -3.5. Probably in our favor. But I don't know. It doesn't tell me. And then the over-under is 43. You got to start betting the over or the under on our games because they don't score. We don't score a whole lot, and the defense is good enough to stop the the other offensive scoring a lot too. So you got to start betting the under in these games. So that's the Week 5 preview, and that will wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the doubleheader. I know it's obviously a much longer video than normally, but we're trying to get through the season pretty quickly so we can get to Season 2, Season 3, a bunch of that stuff. So 2 games in an episode is probably going to be the norm for the future. I don't know. I'll probably do another another doubleheader for next episode, and then we'll see where we are. We'll probably be getting close to halfway point of the season because it'll be Week 5, Week 6. And then Week 7, Week 8. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But like I said in the intro, if you guys want to add more players to the prospect list, leave your builds down below. I need the name. I need the position, preferably not quarterback, since we have a lot of those right now. I need the build, so the height and the weight. I need a little description of the college, obviously. I need a little description of your player. Do you want him to be a red zone threat receiver? Do you want them to be a hard-hitting safety, a lockdown corner, elite pass rusher? Like, let me know what you want your player. Just a little description. It doesn't need to be anything too in-depth. A little description of your player, and then I will put them in the first draft class. Like I said earlier as well, I'm probably going to drop a little bit of a cutoff around the Week 8 to Week 10 mark. So then if you drop a player after that point, then it'll just go into the next season's draft class, just so that we can get a lot of you guys in there, but then we can also save it for next season. We have more players for next season, so that's probably what I'm thinking. Also, let me know if you like the betting idea. Obviously, it'd be fake money. Just let me know if you like the betting idea, and that's gonna do it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.